segregation part, which is the hole basically. Then so I go to B3 after that. Rafi, I go back. I think I go back to Manassas jail after that. Then I come back, and then they put me in the same cell block in the same pod with Rafi Bell. Immediately when I come into the pod, Rafi Bell's like does something like that and start talking to me, this, that, and the other. So I'm like, okay, well. So I'm like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to him, whatever. And, no, this is after I beat Rafi Bell up. You know what I'm saying? So all the narratives about how I snitched on Ricky and Rafi, no, they both did enough to get me locked up. You know what I'm saying? They both did enough to make me think, to make me know that I had to plead guilty on the crimes that I committed. If I would have had somebody testify on me, I would have been doing a lot more time than what I originally would have done. So basically, Rafi Bell sitting in there, this, that, and the other. I let him live, you know what I'm saying? Sat next to him every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They really didn't say nothing to him. I just sat next to him, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because when I first got into the pod, it was a dude named Star. And I don't know if it's this Star dude from Brooklyn or whatever. I don't know where this dude was from, but he was from New York somewhere. His name was Star or whatever. So we sitting down. So I'm sitting down talking to Rafi when I first got in. He's like, yeah, I told these two dudes that you snitched on me, this, that, and the other. Do you want to see what I said? And the dude automatically, as soon as Star saw me, like, that's that goddamn Don Rafi. Not Rafi, but he said that to the dude he was walking with. So I'm like, why the fuck do they keep calling me that shit or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Then that's when the guy, that's when Rafi tried to tell me that I didn't say nothing, I didn't snitch on you. This is what I said. I'm like, Rafi, I'm not stupid. I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm not stupid. If you didn't say nothing, if you didn't say nothing, you wouldn't have had nothing to say on the statement in the first place. It wouldn't be no, you said this, I said this. But with the paperwork he brought back, it didn't look like this. It didn't have letters and numbers, case number. It didn't have letters and numbers, case numbers. It didn't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? This is the paperwork that I'm showing you now is a civil lawsuit for a civil lawsuit. I'm the plaintiff in a civil lawsuit, and Paul Ebert, the Attorney General of Manassas, of Prince William County, is the defendant in this case right here. As you can see, there's a case number GV. Starts with GV. You can see my name. You can see Paul Ebert. You can see I'm the plaintiff. You can see Paul Ebert is the defendant. I have correspondence from Paul Ebert's lawyer, which he's denying everything that he did. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, it says Gregory Sims, plaintiff. It says Gregory Sims, plaintiff. Let me see if I get that light off there. It says Gregory Sims. It says Gregory Sims, plaintiff. Let me see. Gregory Sims, plaintiff. Right here. Gregory Sims, plaintiff. Paul Ebert, defendant. You know what I'm saying? So basically, long story short, all this happened, and I did what I told her. I did what, like basically a guy asked me in prison, did I ever snitch on somebody or something like that? I said no. The DA forced me to lie on somebody. When I go, I'm gonna help the guy roll the wheel out the best way I can when I go home. So I said I can't help him from here. I don't have a lawyer. I don't have money for a lawyer, anything like that. I can't get in touch with anybody or something like that. So long story short, I come home April 25th, 2005. April 25th, 2005. I live with my sister Kiana. I think I got out April 25th. So I went to the precinct. I'm not sure when. Went to Garfield precinct to find Detective Watson, the one that was there after Conway said that he wasn't trying to get anybody taken off the case, whatever. And Detective Watson wasn't there when I told him that this was a lie. This is what he was trying to say. I was just trying to stop him from lying on me, stuff like that. Detective Watson wasn't there. But I go to the Garfield substation, whatever you call it, precinct, whatever, Prince William County precinct, whatever. I go there, I asked for Detective Watson, gave me the runarounds, went there 3 times. Third time I went there was the white shirt with the gold badge. You know what I'm saying? I said, can I speak to Detective Watson? He said, well, Detective Watson is doing temporary work at the DA's office. So he said, so I said, how can I get in contact with him? He said, well, you can, this is when the station had the extension phone that you can call to reach around the county. So, it's like you can dial this extension right there. He's probably up there right now. So I'd go dial the extension. The clerk pick up the phone. I said, can I speak to Detective Watson? She said, oh, well, he's not here right now. Something like that. I'm like, but he works there. I was like, yes, he works here. Something like that. Got smart. Yes, he works here. So I hung up the phone like, all right, thank you. So I hung up the phone. So I'm like, yeah, now I got a place of contact. So now I think this was about maybe June when I went there. So I was kind of nervous about going up there, kind of scared, like, damn, I don't know how it's going to come about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going to happen when I go up there. So I went up there probably about October 9th. So I waited a little. I was going through things like not having a stable place to live, stuff like that. So before I went to Surge Shelter, which is at Dean Drive, which I have the address of a letterhead from there after I talked to the detective and Rick A. Conway together on October 9th. On October 9th, these letterheads right here. These are copies from the Innocence Project. They gave me copies of the letter that I wrote, Roller Wheeler. These are copies, you know what I'm saying? It has addresses, stuff like that on there. It has mailroom, October 31st. Has mailroom, stamped mailroom, October 31st, 2005, meaning that I already tried to get Roller Wheeler a new trial without the courts being involved, like I put in my bill of particulars. A bill of particulars was the paper that I showed you with the case number on it. Bill of particulars is something that you have to fill out if you're suing somebody. The judge is going to ask the defendant if they want